All right, let's get right into it. You've probably seen the headlines, the tweets, all the buzz around this idea. But what would it actually look like if a tech titan like Elon Musk really tried to build a political party from scratch? Today, we're going to unpack this concept of an America party. But not as a campaign, not really. We're looking at it as a massive, fascinating systems design challenge.
You know, the article we're drawing from kicks off with this really powerful idea. It's this idea that a huge political shift, it probably won't show up with trumpets in a big press conference. It'll probably look like everything is normal, right up until the moment it isn't. It's the perfect way to frame what we're about to talk about.
So that really is the big question, isn't it? What happens when you take that Silicon Valley mindset, move fast, break things, iterate, optimize, and you smash it up against the oldest, clunkiest, most complicated system imaginable, American politics?
All right, so first things first. To even get why this isn't just some crazy fantasy, we have to look at the landscape right now. The argument is that there's this crack in the very foundation of the system, and that crack is creating a huge opening for something totally new.
And it all comes down to this one phrase, the trust recession. I mean, think about it. Trust in pretty much every major institution. We're talking Congress, the media, you name it. It's at rock bottom. And when people lose faith like that, they start looking for something, anything different.
So you end up with this perfect storm, right? You've got that massive institutional distrust. Then you've got this incredibly powerful real-time communication platform, X, already built and ready to go. And on top of all that, you have this huge group of voters who just don't feel like either party really speaks for them anymore.
Okay, so the timing is right. But what would a party like this actually believe in? What's the platform? The core idea here is that it's not about the old left versus right playbook. It's something different. They call it the Builder's Creed, and it's this really interesting mix, kind of techno-optimist meets populist. The focus isn't on the usual culture war stuff. Nope, it's all about one thing, building. It's pro-growth, pro-speech, and pro-build, with a huge dose of skepticism for bureaucracy and red tape.
And when you look at the actual policies, you can see what that means. It's a pretty unique mix. You've got this push to accelerate the future. Think AI, biotech, crypto, with just some light guardrails. Then there's a big focus on the real, physical world, energy abundance, bringing industry back, and finally, it's about totally rethinking big systems like immigration and education. Definitely not your standard party platform.
So you've got the opportunity, you've got the ideas, but the real game changer, the thing that makes this whole scenario totally different from anything in history, is the machine behind it. And that machine is X. I mean, think about this feedback loop. It's not just a way to shout a message. You can test ideas instantly, see what sticks. Then you've got this army of creators who can amplify the winning messages, and boom, you can turn that viral energy directly into grassroots fundraising, like with a click. The whole political cycle, from idea to cash, gets shrunk down to almost nothing. But there's always a but, right? And this one is huge. The more you use a platform like X as a political weapon, the more regulators are going to come knocking. And that's the core problem. Can you be a neutral town square and a political party's engine room at the same time?
Okay, so even if you solve all that, you run smack into the biggest wall of all. It's not about money. It's not about having good ideas. It's about something way more boring and way more brutal. Paperwork.
This right here is the heart of the whole challenge. In the digital world, everything is instant. You have viral speed, global reach, but in the real world of politics, you have 50 different sets of ancient rules. You got to collect thousands of physical signatures. You've got rigid, unforgiving deadlines. It's like a Formula One car trying to drive through a swamp. And this isn't just some theoretical problem. Getting on the ballot is literally the boss level of American politics. States like New York and Texas have rules that are almost designed to make you fail. And even if you beat the boss one time, you have to do it all over again next election cycle if you don't get enough votes. It's a grind. So you might be thinking, why bother? If it's so hard, why even try? Well, history gives us a really clear answer. Third parties almost never win the White House. But man, do they matter. Think about it. Teddy Roosevelt's Bull Moose Party completely changed the game. George Wallace realigned the whole political map. And Ross Perot, he basically forced both parties to start talking about the national debt. They act as disruptors. Okay, so putting all this together, the opportunity, the platform, the massive hurdles, the source lays out 3 possible ways this could actually play out. Path number 1 is the safe route. You don't actually create a party. Instead, you build a powerful brand, almost like a lobbying group on steroids. You endorse candidates from the main parties who get on board with your ideas, and you use your media power to pull the conversation in your direction. Path number 2 is the long game. It's slower but maybe smarter. You start from the bottom up. You run candidates for mayor, for school board. You build a deep bench of talent. You get a foothold in the system piece by piece, building real power over time. And then there's path number 3, the go for broke, all or nothing option. The full stack insurgency. This is where you go all in. You aim for 50-state ballot access. You find a charismatic presidential candidate, and you bet the entire House on a revolutionary digital campaign to shatter the two-party system.
And that leaves us with this incredible paradox, doesn't it? You have a party that's all about building, all about moving fast, and it has to slam headfirst into the most paper-heavy, procedure-driven part of American life. So at the end of the day, it's not really about the money or the platform. The real test, the big unanswered question, is this: can a system designed for code and rockets solve a problem that's all about people, paper, and power? That is the ultimate design challenge.